Ajay
Yadav see
Alok
that.
has an important point. It's like bowling a juicy full toss to the Prime Minister, giving him the opportunity to hit the opposition's attack out of the park. Because you can attack him on various counts, right? He's been in power for 10 years. There are different things the opposition could have said. To say he doesn't have a family, it's the perfect opportunity for him to turn around and say, thank God I don't have a family in the way you all have a family, because the Indian voters don't want that kind of Parivarwad. India is my family. It's like just bowling him a juicy full toss and saying, "Aao mujhe maro chakke ke liye."
I think, Rahul, there are a couple of things that we need to take in account. The remark made by Mr. Lalu Yadav was in a poor taste in democratic polity. We have no, scope for such, personal remark, which are distasteful to say the least. But to say that this is going to be a game changer and going to, create a lot of, problem for the opposition, I think is very exaggerated. So BJP is also at one level, playing politics with it. I want to many times ask you, and Rahul, you are a very serious student of Indian politics. If Sonia Gandhi had not made that Maut Ka Saudagar remark in Gujarat way back in 2002, do you think the outcome of assembly elections in Gujarat would have been drastically different?
No, but it's not about the outcome. It's about giving ammunition and opportunity. It's about giving a plank on which he's able to get his bazooka going.
No, I agree with you. What I'm saying is politics, electioneering, voting pattern, all these things are far more, complicated. It is not that just because Mr. Manishankar Iyer made again a atrocious remark about Mr. Modi and, Mr. Modi won. If he had not made that remark, do you think, Modi would not have won in 2004? And Mr. Kharge in Gujarat 2022 election. So these are all, I said, these are all, we see it from a media and exaggerated bandy, which has very little, traction. But at the same time, I think both sides need to avoid making, these personal references.
Do you accept that Mohan Kumaramangalam, Rashid Kidwai says it is in bad taste for your alliance partner Lalu Yadav to be questioning the Prime Minister's family and saying he doesn't have a family? It's just like giving him a juicy volley to try and attack. If you are piercing in your attack, you say something, for example, on Manipur or unemployment, then that's a different kind of political attack. You say something about Parivarwad, it's like giving him the perfect opportunity to say, no, I don't have a family, in the way that Jawaharlal Nehru handed over reins to Indira Gandhi, in the way she handed over reins ultimately to Rajiv Gandhi and then to Sonia and to Rahul. This is not the kind of Parivarwad I believe in, and most voters would agree.
Rahul, you're a senior journalist. I'd expect you to be, somewhat bipartisan or at least correct with your facts. Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru did not hand over the reins to Mr.
Yeah, he set it up for her. Listen,
minister, right?
That's a whole different argument.
He set it up for her. You were there, so he set it up for her, right? Please. And, we've had non-Gandhi family prime ministers. Today, we don't even have a Gandhi family who's a president of our party. And yet you seem to be attacking that family again and again. Mr. Lalu Yadav was responding to Mr. Narendra Modi's constant jibes on Parivarwad. And maybe what he meant, why don't we take it this way? Maybe what he meant was you don't have a parivar, you're not caring enough for the people around you, which is what even Prashant Kishore said, that he lacks empathy. Mr. Narendra Modi generally lacks empathy. Maybe Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav meant it in that way. The ability to empathize with people starts with empathy in your own family. And as I said, he only empathizes with the khas people in his family.
No, but he doesn't have a family, and that's the whole point. That if empathy means bias towards your family members, helping them with government contracts, helping them get ahead in life, Prime Minister Modi says that's not the kind of Parivarwad I believe in, and most voters would strongly endorse that.
Sure, and I already started by telling you that who his Parivar really comprises of. If you're going to sit here and say that Mr. Adani has not been given preference by this government in every which way, and his source of finances haven't been hidden and taken away from any form of inspection, and that he's not round-tripping capital, and Mr. Modi is closing his eyes to the whole thing, and that all of BJP stands up and starts shouting in parliament whenever Mr. Adani's name is taken, because they know they're talking about Mr. Modi's long-lost brother, then please, you're closing your eyes to the obvious today in this country.
Okay, so this Ajay Alok, the opposition says we are using to build our own narrative, which is that his parivar are the big families, those who he allegedly promotes and protects, and that's the chart. So you bowl some balls, they bowl some balls, and that's what an election is about. It's a match, so you will attack, they will counter-attack.
I will say you just one small little example. Adani was the billionaire much before he came into contact of Mr. Modi since 1993. Congress gave him all the contracts. right from the first port, Mudra ports and all, everything. Adani was a billionaire much before then he met Modi ji before 2002, first of all. So that refutes your claim. Second thing, it's your habit. It's your habit to say all these things. Like Lalu Yadav, like today Rahul Gandhi said, Modi ji chahte hain Ram ka naam lo aur bhuke pet so jao. Yeah, I mean, you are making fun of Lord Ram. Your DMK partner says we hate Ram, we are enemies of Ram, and you take it and you'll go in this country like this. Rashid ji was right that this does not determine the outcome of the election. Very true, this does not determine the outcome of the elections. But this creates the impression, the perception of the kind of personality, the kind of character you are. What is imbibed in you, what is intrinsic to you. Your intrinsic nature of hatred towards Modi to the extent that you have started hating your own country, your own Prabhu Ram. This is not my problem, sir. This is Congress problem. This is Gavandia's problem. And if you keep on doing this, then you will create a perception. We are not creating a perception. You have created a perception. Adani, Ambani. Who created Ambani? Whole country knows. Adani was much a billionaire before he met Modi ji. Adani, your obsession. Rahul Gandhi is suffering from Ocean.
Now, Mohan Kumar Mangalam, respond to A. Raja's comments. He's saying we are enemies of Ram. Now,
I'll respond to.
Yeah, so does that even make sense? Given how how Udayanithi Stalin's comments backfired on the India alliance, and he's still dealing with the consequences of that. For A. Raja to make these kind of comments outside of just the local politics of Tamil Nadu in a pan-India alliance context is just disastrous. It's like going from one blooper to the other.
It might seem that way to you, Rahul, but first let me, before I get to Mr. A. Raja's comments, which, to be honest, I haven't seen his entire speech, but just on the excerpt that is being talked about, I will comment on it. I'm just loving how frustrated and how agitated Mr. Alok is just by me mentioning Mr. Adani's name. He was a billionaire. You gave him marshlands for a rupee, which he then used to go to a bank in Gujarat, was given by Mr. Modi when he was still Gujarat Chief Minister. That was the start of his empire. And his and Mr. Ambani's net worth has doubled.
Bhai Patel, go and check your facts. 1993.
One second. Let me finish. Now let me go to A. Raja's comments. Rahul, if someone says that they don't believe in Prabhu Ram, are they not Indian? That's what Mr. Alok just said. He said, if you don't believe in the country itself, if you don't believe in Prabhu Ram, is that basically our country's ethos now? That if you don't believe in one particular God, even you might be Hindu. By the way, Hinduism has room for atheism also. If I say, let's say tomorrow I'm an atheist, does that mean I'm not an Indian? This is the kind of restrictive thinking that the BJP promotes. Now, I've not seen Mr. Raja's entire speech, so I can't comment on how offensive he was or wasn't.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll play out a full report which highlights what A. Raja of the DMK actually said, because this is the one other issue that could potentially backfire for the India alliance, the attacks on Sanatan Dharm and Bhagwan Ram. DMK MP A. Raja has triggered yet another row, saying that the BJP's concept of Ram is disgusting. This comes a day after the Supreme Court pulled up the Chief Minister's son, Udayanithi Stalin, for his eradicate Sanatan comments. Here's the report.
Ahead of Lok Sabha poll, India bloc netas are uniting to target Ram Mandir. On Tuesday, several opposition netas made serial strikes aimed at Ayodhya Ram Mandir. Rahul Gandhi slammed Prime Minister Narendra Modi, taking a Jai Shri Ram jibe.
जय श्री राम बोलो और भूखे मर जाओ
இதுதான் ஜெய் ஸ்ரீராம் என்றால்
DMK MP A. Raja triggered a fresh row just a day after the Supreme Court pulled up his leader, Udayanithi Stalin, for his comments against Sanatan Dharm.
அந்த ஜெய் ஸ்ரீராமனையும் பாரத மாதாவையும் ஒருபோதும் நாங்கள் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள மாட்டோம். தமிழ்நாடு ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளாது. எந்த ஜாதி, எந்த மதம், எங்க பிறந்தான்? எனக்கு ராமாயணத்தில் நம்பிக்கை இல்ல, ராமன் மீது நம்பிக்கை இல்ல. ஆனால் கதையை சொல்றேன், இதுதான் கம்பராமாயணம். குகனோடு ஐவரானோம், குன்று சொல்வான் மகனோடு அறுவரானோம், ஐயே நின்னோடு எழுவரானோம். 7 பேர் ராமன் நம்பினான். இன்னொரு குரங்கை 6வது சோதரராக ஏற்றுக்கொண்ட ராமாயணத்துக்கு பேர் தான் மனித நல்லிணக்கம் என்று சொன்னால் நீ சொல்ற ஜெய் ஸ்ரீராம் ச்சீ இடியட்.
The BJP slammed Raja, terming him a serial offender.
It is evident that insulting India's ethos, publicly humiliating Hindu gods, and questioning the very idea of India has become the hallmark of the political agenda of the India Gadbandhan.
The TMC in Bengal also targeted Modi's Pran Pratishtha at Ram Temple. Party MLA Ramendu Sinha Roy called Ram Mandir an unholy site, which must be boycotted by Hindus.
Modi গিয়ে মূর্তি প্রতিষ্ঠা করে তার পূজা অর্চনা করলো। তা আমি প্রশ্ন করছি, নরেন্দ্র মোদী কোথাকার ব্রাহ্মণ বলতে পারবেন? বইটিটা কে দিয়েছিল? আমি মনে করি অপবিত্র এই রাম মন্দিরেতে ভারতবর্ষের কোন হিন্দু যেন পূজা দিতে না যায়। ওটা একটা শোপিস তৈরি হয়েছে, ওটা শুধু একটা শোপিস তৈরি হয়েছে।
Another TMC leader, Shatrughan Sinha, described Ram Mandir opening as a mere publicity stunt of BJP.
पहले दिन 5 लाख लोग पहुंचे वहां पे अपने प्रचार के बाद, और अभी तो 1000-2000 लोग जा रहे हैं वहां पे, क्योंकि शंकराचार्य जहां नहीं पहुंचे, मंदिर पूरा नहीं है, उस पे आप अपनी पब्लिसिटी के लिए इतना ड्रामा कर दिया आपने वहां पे।
On Monday, the Prime Minister had warned the opposition against hurting religious sentiments of crores of Indians.
करोड़ों लोगों की आस्था का घोर अपमान करना भी परिवारवादियों की एक निशानी है, पहचान है, आदत है।
India bloc leaders have given more ammo to the BJP in the lead up to the 2024 battle, and the saffron camp is making full use of it. India Today.
Jai Shri Ram Chi, I mean, really, Mon Kumaramangalam, of course you're entitled to a different point of view, but to be so disparaging and abusive towards a point of view which lakhs and crores of people, the nationwide, believe in, you know, this is not smart. I mean, of course, you can have whatever point of view you want. That's no problem. But to abuse somebody else's point of view, that's not very wise on the part of the India Alliance.
So Rahul, I remember when Udayanidhi Stalin also made remarks about Sanatan Dharam, the Congress came out very clearly saying that we don't support it and we don't agree with it. And I have no qualms in saying that I don't agree with the way Mr. Raja has criticized followers of Ram or the Ramayana. I think we should not go into criticizing anyone's religious beliefs. It's just something that's just not on. So I'll have to say that, you know, I vehemently disagree with what he's done on stage at this point. But I will also say that, you know, I'm sort of stuck in a rock and a hard place here because I disagree with Mr. Raja, but there is no possible way for me to agree with the way the BJP is phrasing this, which is that, you know, if you criticize the Ramayana or if you criticize Lord Ram, then you're not Indian, then you're anti-Indian, that the whole ethos of India is basically Lord Ram. I think that's completely wrong. And to phrase it
that's
that
where
way,
you get lost in nuance and minutiae. No, one second.
I'm making my point clear.
I know, but I'm saying the India Alliance is giving these kind of opportunities for the BJP to pick up and pounce on. Then you can keep explaining. You may find some purchase on a channel like India Today where people may understand the finer nuance, but to most who are watching, general, say, consuming news on social or digital, they look at Raja, they know he's a part of the India Alliance, and they say, no, we don't agree with this guy.
Yes, I'm sure they do, just as I don't agree with him. But the day you find the India Alliance's common manifesto come out and reiterate what he's saying or suggest what he's saying to be true, then you can term the remarks he makes as those of the India Alliance. Right now, he's doing it. You know, I wouldn't even say you could ask the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, the head of their party, and he would not agree with this rhetoric either.
So let Ajay Alok respond to that this is Raja's own comments. The Congress doesn't agree. Even probably Stalin doesn't agree, and that you're using one-off stray comments to make them seem as if that's the view of the India Alliance, whereas it clearly isn't. Ajay Alok.
Yeah, Lalu made a very light comment. He shouldn't have done it on the stage. That's what was the reaction from the Congress. Now he's saying that A. Raja made some derogatory comments. He shouldn't have done it. Well, you are guys are brother in arms. Right? You are brother in arms. Come on, you're part of India. Gamandia, brother in arms, DMK and all, everyone. You have to be together. Now you're distancing yourself. This won't work. I'll ask a simple question to your viewers, Rahul. Today, Rahul Gandhi said in Ujjain, Modi ji चाहते हैं तुम जय श्री राम बोलो और भूखे सो जाओ. I understand he hates Modi ji. But at the same time, he equally hates Asauddin Owaisi also. Can he say this about Owaisi? कि Owaisi चाहते हैं कि नाराए तदबीर अल्लाहु अकबर बोलो और सो जाओ? He will never do it. He will never do it. Why he does this with Ram? This is the problem. I am not saying that if you don't consider Prabhu Ram as your Prabhu, you are not Indian. I am not saying that. Why you guys repeatedly insult Hindu gods? This is the problem. This is the crux of the situation.
Okay.
What gives you the kick?
Rashid Kidwai, do you buy this argument by Mohan Kumar Manglam that these are individual comments, we don't agree? Because it seems like you're giving the BJP, the Prime Minister, the political strategists in the government, the ammunition to use in a counter-attack. He can keep explaining that this is Udayanidhi Stalin's comments or these are A. Raja's comments, but look at the manner in which Stalin's comments just backfired terribly, not just on the DMK, but on the entire India alliance, and the BJP made it such a central part of their political attack.
Yes, Rahul, it is poor communication skills on the part of India alliance. They are not being able to make a distinction between a political alliance of political regional parties coming from a very diverse kind of socio-economic background. Remember, the DMK has been anti-God for long time, and numerous occasions, whether it was 1977 and 1989 or entire Atal Bihari Vajpayee era, where BJP had alliance with this godless party called DMK. There was no problem. So people have no memory of it. So this is a real problem of particularly Congress party and India alliance, that they are not able to say this in a convincing manner, that this alliance, India alliance, is limited for election strategy, seat sharing, and a broader canvas of beating the Narendra Modi led NDA. It is not about religious belief, because if you go on, then there is going to be a lot of diversity, and the BJP is also tackling it. You look at Rahul, you allow me to say this. You look at Jaunpur nominee of the BJP from Uttar Pradesh, and what did he say about 9/11 Mumbai attack? He said that it is the RSS conspiracy. Now Kripa Shankar Singh has been given a ticket by the BJP. The Congress is not making any issue about it. So this is poor communication skill on the part of Congress and India alliance. Nothing else.
Okay, you've got an important point. This is just bad communication skills. It almost seems, Mohan Kumar Manglam, that because there is no one common agenda, no common talking point, so there is no attack that you're all agreeing on. Whoever wants to go, DMK's leaders can go and attack Bhagwan Ram, Rahul Gandhi can go off on a what's your caste trip, Lalu Yadav can say where's your family, you have no family. So they're not, you sit down, think through your political attack, and then try and land the same blows. Here, you've got the India alliance trying to land different blows in different places, and quite a few of them are backfiring.
I think the way the India alliance is working is that every state party there is talking to their audience in their voice and in a language that their audience understands and that resonates amongst their audience. There will be differences across, and we don't have to agree on every point, but I'll tell you what we agree on. We agree on the fact that the issues that should dominate the discourse during this election are issues that matter about the livelihood of people. We should talk about unemployment, we should talk about inflation, we should talk about poverty reduction, income inequality. These are the issues that Mr. Gandhi has raised consistently,
okay,
and so have other people. Let me finish, Rahul, just give me a second. When Mr. Gandhi says, "Aap Jai Shri Ram aapse bulwayenge aur aap bhuke pet so jayenge," it's not an insult to their saying Jai Shri Ram. It's saying that you are weaponizing religion and creating a religious fervor to get votes, and they are making you do that by making you ignore the fact that your quality of life, your standard of life, your income, your savings are going down.
Okay, Ajay Alok, respond to this, that Rahul Gandhi is not attacking Jai Shri Ram, you're distorting what he's saying. He's saying they're trying to send across the message that in the garb of religion, and because you're building a religious fervor, you're getting people distracted from core issues of livelihood, bread, butter, khana, pina, rozgar, which is what Rahul Gandhi is trying to bring people's attention to, Ajay Alok.
Unfortunately, Rahul Gandhi is not capable of bringing attention to any issue because he changes issues every day. That is the fact, this country knows it. Now, my friend from Congress was saying that India Alliance, every party in the state will talk to their audience. Fine, let me ask him, what is the audience for Congress in Karnataka? Saying Pakistan Jindabad in the assembly. Running a video that how to kill Prime Minister Modi and